Hello students, in this video we will discuss about the summary of the fourth chapter in your book Honeydew, and the chapter name is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. So let us start. Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory is a humorous story about a man, Bipin Chaudhary. He is the protagonist of the story who thinks he is sick. He meets people who tell him about an incident which he does not remember at all. This confuses Bipin a lot because he feels only one memory is missing. It is a humorous story in which the main character is made to believe himself sick. Perforce, he thinks that he has a lapse of memory. In truth, there is nothing wrong with him. Bipin Chaudhary was a regular visitor at Kali Charan's bookshop in the New Market. That day, however, he had a strange feeling that someone was observing him closely. He turned round only to see a meek-looking person break into a smile. The man seemed much surprised that Bipin Babu had not recognized him. He told Bipin Babu that he had been with him for a week when he visited Ranchi in 1958. Obviously, Bipin Babu thought that the man who called himself Parimal Ghosh was mistaken. He had never been to Ranchi. He told him so, but Ghosh looked at him in disbelief. Ghosh laughed aloud. He narrated the incidents of his Ranchi journey in detail. He told Chaudhary how he had injured his knee in Hundru. It was Ghosh who had come to his help then. One Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also in Ranchi at that time. Ghosh was sure that Chaudhary knew him. Chaudhary had stayed in a hired bungalow while Mukherjee remained with his sister. He even reminded Chaudhary that he always carried a bag with his books on his sightseeing trips. Now, Bipin Babu asked Ghosh which month it was. October, replied Ghosh. At this, Bipin Babu said that in October 1958 he was with his friend at Kanpur. Ghosh did not give in. He told Bipin Babu how he had one day spoken about his lonely life. Bipin Babu had then spoken about his dead wife and the only brother who died insane. Bipin Babu felt that while he stepped out, Ghosh was still looking at him in disbelief. Bipin Babu asked his driver Sitaram to drive by the Ganga. He regretted having paid any heed to Ghosh. Yet the incident haunted his mind. The man knew a great deal about him. For the first time, a slight doubt assailed his mind. Was he losing his mind? But he remembered well that he was at Kanpur. Suddenly he thought of writing to Haridas Bagchi, his host at Kanpur. Then he remembered that Haridas had left for Japan a few weeks before. Bipin Babu rolled up his trousers and took a look at his right knee. There was a cut mark. It was difficult to remember when he had got it. Then he thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. Ghosh had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at that time. He wanted to go to him at once. But what would Dinesh think of him? After all, Bipin Babu knew that he had never been to Ranchi. Dinesh would certainly consider him a little insane. He knew also that Dinesh was never his well-wisher. Bipin Babu felt much better when he was home. After dinner, he lost himself in a new office. The incident came back to him. Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh. To his surprise, Dinesh confirmed what Ghosh had said. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down. He had lost his appetite. He did not take his lunch. Mr. Mukherjee had only added to his worries. Bipin Babu had been in that firm for 25 years. For the first time, he was feeling sick. He could not continue working. His head was in a whirl. He came home. It was only 2:30. At 7:30, there was a visitor named Chunni Babu. Bipin Babu knew why Chunni Lal had come. They were at school together. Now Chunni Lal was having a rough time. He wanted Bipin Babu's help about a job. Bipin Babu knew he could not do anything and told him so. Yet Chunni Lal kept pressing. So at first he sent words that he could not meet Chunni Lal for a few weeks. Then, remembering something, he hurried down to see him. He asked Chunni Lal if he remembered his going to Ranchi in 1958. Of course, Chunni Lal did. He looked at Bipin Babu's face with concern. How could a man with so sharp a memory forget it? Chunni Lal had himself been at the railway station to see him off. He expressed great concern about Bipin Babu's health. Bipin Babu said it must be the hard work. He told Chunni Lal that he would consult a specialist. Bipin Babu went to Dr. Paresh Chandra and put his problem before him. The doctor was puzzled. He told him that he was an unusual case. He remembered everything except his trip to Ranchi. Yet he was somehow convinced of having been there. So the doctor suggested that he should go to Ranchi now. The sight of the place might remind him of the trip. Acting upon his doctor's advice, Bipin Babu went to Ranchi. At the railway station of Ranchi itself, he felt certain of one thing. It was that he had never been there before. He went round the city and had the same feeling. He decided to try a trip to Hundru also. So he went there. At 5 o'clock the same afternoon, two Gujarati gentlemen found him. He was lying unconscious beside a boulder in Hundru. On regaining consciousness, his first words were, "I am finished. There is no hope left." Next morning, he was back in Calcutta. Now it is Kolkata. He was a shattered man. He wondered if he was going to end up in an asylum. He rang up Dr. Chandra and asked him to come over. That day he went to bed with an ice bag clamped on his envelope. He went through the letter at once. It was from Chunni Lal. In his letter, Chunni Lal had first expressed his bitterness for getting no help from Bipin Babu. Then he frankly told Bipin Babu that his memory was all right. It was his plan in retribution against his unfeeling behavior. Then he told Bipin Chaudhary how he had played a practical joke upon him. This he did with the help of Mr. Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee. Now it was clear to Bipin Babu that he had not really lost his memory. When Dr. Chandra came, Bipin Babu told a lie. He said that he had remembered everything on reaching Ranchi railway station. He said that he had called him for a painkiller. He had the pain in the trip due to a fall in Ranchi. Okay students, so this was the summary of the chapter Bipin Babu's Lapse of Memory. Thank you.